Collins had established herself as a premier player before arriving at Coral Ridge Country Club and becoming a PGA of America member.
I mean, if you go on the big break and you win that against a bunch of guys, you've got something that's hard to teach, and that's just pure guts of wanting to win.
It wasn't the last time Taylor would win against a bunch of guys.
Leading up to the section championship, she would always say to me, man, I really want to win this section championship. I really want to do it. This is the one thing I need to win. I have never seen anybody say, I'm going to go do this, and then they do it. Especially something of that feat. No woman has ever won the section championship.
Her historic win in the South Florida PGA Section Championship not only propelled Taylor to a berth in this week's PGA Professional Championship, but also earned her the title of Women's PGA Professional Player of the Year for 2021. However, her main priority in golf these days is no longer just playing.
She fell in love with the teaching side of things. She saw that she could help kids, help adults.
There's like an art to teaching that I had to learn. I wasn't just good at it like right off the bat. I love teaching now. It's my favorite thing to do. Kids are my favorite. I love working with the juniors. I want them to love the game. I want them to have fun. I want them to be coming out here asking Mom and Dad, can we go golf? Good job.
With her work ethic, her passion, her determination, I just think the sky's the limit for her in this industry, and she can really go wherever she wants to go. She's that good.
Taylor's playing credentials include being a member of 4 NCAA Division II Women's Golf National Championship teams at Nova Southeastern University, winning the individual title back in 2011. That was 2 years before winning Big Break Mexico. Taylor recently played in the Gamebridge LPGA at Boca Rio, and now joins us as a guest on the range with Steve Scott.
Thank you, George. There's been 2 females have won their respective section PGA championships, and Susie Whaley was one of them, but I'm with the other one right here, Taylor Collins. Welcome to the range.
Thanks for having me.
Now, you learned so much from playing in that Gamebridge LPGA Classic. Tell us what you learned in that experience.
Definitely learned more about experience with playing with nerves. When you're out there and everyone's watching you, you really got to remind yourself to breathe and just stay focused, and hey, it's golf. Hit your shots, go find the ball, and keep playing.
Well, one thing that you did learn growing up, you got to hang around since the age of 3, the Hall of Fame PGA instructor, Bob Toski. What sort of things did you learn from the Tosk?
From Bob, there's a lot of things I can't talk about on camera, but I learned a lot from him. Old school golf, few players. So we would talk about, hey, there's a pole over there, let's try and hit that pole, sling it around. Sometimes he'd drop the club and just go dance around with you to get some tempo. So it was anything but ordinary with him.
Well, you certainly learned a lot. I mean, I know I learned a lot from Mr. Toski as well. 140 pounds soaking wet, about 5'6" or 7. And he was one of the longest players, pound for pound, for so long. And you have learned a lot about that speed. Will you give us a little driver tip about speed?
Yeah, of course. It's funny you say the pound for pound. My dad always said that to me. And then they call me Mighty Mouse like him.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, let's see what you do here.
All right, so right now my big thing is to feel the earth. All right? So I'm going to swing my club back. I'm going to take my time on the way back, and on the way down I really try and center myself and feel the ground underneath my feet. And that's where I find I get my most power.
That was ripped right there.
Those legs are beautiful.
Carrying about 250, 260 right there. Now, I saw when you did that, there was like a little squatting move through impact. Does that really help your power?
Yes, right now, every practice swing that I take, when I take the club back, I think about my squat motion through, because that's me feeling the earth and then using it to accelerate through. And I think the legs are the biggest muscle in the body, right? So the more I can use them for power and get through it, the farther I'm going to get the ball to go.
Well, you need your legs around this property in this hill country in Texas. You played the Court Crenshaw today. You shot +1. You're going to be heading over to the Fazio Foothills tomorrow. But you deal with some things in your life a little outside the game. Rheumatoid arthritis has been an issue for you, and you take some meds. You know, how do you adjust to that with that condition? And I know it hampers your impact of your preparation for events.
Yeah, of course. So I've learned over the years, if I don't get enough sleep, then I'm in some trouble. If I get too stressed out, I'm in trouble. I have to remember to breathe. And, you know, it's about just staying loose. I can't practice too much because I don't want to overuse my joints or anything like that. And you'll find like every time when I'm out there, before I take any shot, I let go with the right hand, kind of shake out because my right wrist is my worst one, and then I put it on there. And honestly, it's kind of just luck. Just hope I take the meds at the right time and it kicks in and it works out.
Well, good. Well, I'm sure they worked out really well. You've got a lot of great golf ahead of you, not only this week, but in your future. Thanks for joining us here, and best of luck.
Thanks, my pleasure.